Are you fond of riddles?
Why? Am I about to hear one?
3 great men sit in a room, a king, a priest, and a rich man. Between them stands a common sellsword. Each great man bids the sellsword kill the other 2. Who lives, who dies?
I absolutely love this scene because most of my friends either overlook it or don't pay attention to it at all. Some people don't even remember it. To me, this is one of the best scenes in Season 2 and really shows the essence of power in Game of Thrones. This scene is right after Tyrion tricks all members of the small council to get rid of any snitches, and he ends up even throwing Grand Maester Pycelle in prison. So Varys' puzzle is this. 3 great men sit in a room. A king, a priest, and a rich man. Between them stands a common sellsword. Each great man bids the sellsword kill the other 2. Who lives? Who dies? Now, I'm definitely going to do another video where I discuss why Varys asks these types of questions and these riddles and talks about things like this with people of interest and how he gets information out of them. But for the moment, we're going to stick with the essence of this question. So let's get into it. Now, let's take a look at each option and their leverage. One could side with the priest, who has ultimate favor with the gods and could reward any sellsword with favor in the heavens. His leverage here lies with his spirituality and his connection with the gods, as well as his rank in the Sept of Baelor. We have the rich man, who could reward the sellsword with his wealth. His leverage here lies on whoever favors money and gold above all. Now for the king. The king has abstract power. He's the ruler of the kingdoms and has the support of the different great houses and their armies. His leverage here relies solely on the other houses obeying his command. This leads to my first conclusion. If all the great houses pulled their support from the king, he would have lost all his power and would have easily been replaced. This is a theme we see in both real life and on TV shows. Power is always changing. Back in Season 2, in the Battle of Blackwater Bay, the Lannister forces were at first very overwhelmed by the siege. About 100,000 storm men were sieging King's Landing, and the Lannister forces were quickly losing faith in their king and Tyrion Lannister. Watch this scene with the Hound.
Your King's Guard, Clegane. We must beat them back or they're going to take this city. Your King's city.
Fuck the King's Guard. Fuck the city. Fuck the king.
By the way, this doesn't have to be a king. If we replace the king with anybody we like, a rich merchant who commands an army of sellswords, or a religious priest with a bunch of fanatics at his back, the moment their puppets lose faith in them, their power ceases to exist. They stop believing in their leader's power, and immediately their power collapses. Theon thought he had power when he went and sacked Winterfell, but Dagmar stabbed him in the back, not literally, hit him on the head, and shattered that misconception. He thought he had power, but when 500 Northmen came and surrounded Winterfell... It's not a spoiler, you idiot. It's not a spoiler.
What?
It's in Season 2. Did you watch Season 2?
Yeah.
And Season 3?
Maybe a spoiler slips out of your mouth somehow.
I'm not going to say a spoiler, okay. Despite an awesome speech and Theon's positivity, the Ironborn saw that the power was no longer with him, and that 500 men surrounding Winterfell were the likely victors of this fight. Ned Stark, another example, Ned Stark thought he had the upper hand when he made the declaration of Robert's will and called for Cersei and Joffrey to be arrested. But Baelish and Slint's men proved him wrong. That's the nature of power. It changes hands. It shifts from one person to the other. To really find out who has true power is near impossible, as it's going from one individual to the other or one family to the other. Dany talks about this.
Lannister, Targaryen, Baratheon, Stark, Tyrell. They're all just spokes on a wheel. This one's on top, then that one's on top, and on it spins, crushing those on the ground.
It's a beautiful dream. Stopping the wheel. You're not the first person who's ever dreamt it.
I'm not going to stop the wheel. I'm going to break the wheel.
She wants to break it. I can't wait to see that happen. And if she does end up breaking it, I'd like to see how that works. Because I truly believe that this is an endless path to power from one individual to the other. It doesn't have to be a prominent family. It can be individuals like Varys and Littlefinger and anyone on the small council. So guys, thanks for watching. If you liked any of the content I put out today, please subscribe, share a comment on what you think. I'd love to engage with you guys one-on-one. I'd love to hear your opinions on this because I personally love the small tiny details in Game of Thrones, and if there's anybody like-minded, I'd love to connect with that person. Please like, subscribe, because that will tell me if I should continue putting this kind of stuff out there. And please tell me what you think. Thank you. Have a nice day, guys.